We got some old news for you.
Hello and welcome. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening.
Here's your chance to see some of the funniest Have I Got News For You episodes. Kicking off with the one where Roy Hattersley cancelled for the very first time.
Sadly, he had to pull out at the last minute, but at least it saves us the bother of putting windscreen wipers on the cameras.
Have I Got Old News For You? Wednesday at 10 on BBC Two.
BBC One's comedy for the next half hour shakes out the best bits of Smith & Jones.
Most American veterans believe dropping the bomb ended the war in the Pacific, and the United States is the only country ever to have used the bomb.
Saying a quarter of the people who fought one wished they hadn't. The number of complaints has soared, particularly over unreasonable contracts.
Oh, I'm fine, thanks.
Computer programmer Martin Connolly has to do business from this field in Hertfordshire. It's the only place near his office where his mobile phone actually works. Anywhere else, and the signal is blocked by nearby buildings.
It's stupid. I'd expect a mobile phone to work while you're on the move, but that's not the case. I have to come out into the middle of nowhere and avoid all the stuff that blocks the signal in order to make the calls.
1 in 4 users are unhappy with their phones, but there's nothing they can do. They're locked into contracts with heavy penalties if they try to give the phone back. Today's Which report says the mobile phone's become a booby trap for consumers. Even with a genuine complaint, disconnection costs up to £260. One company has an extra termination charge of £50, and some can increase charges during the contract period.
This is especially alarming when anyone who buys a mobile phone has to sign a contract and is locked in, probably for a year, often for longer than that.
Companies like Mercury One-to-One, whose coverage is limited to London and Birmingham, are spending millions improving it. They argue the contract system subsidises the cost of handsets and keeps initial prices down.
And that's it from us. We're back in Business Breakfast tomorrow morning, but now the weather with Bill Giles.
A very good evening to you. It's been another hot day across many parts of England and Wales. You can see the top spot was Yeovil with 34 degrees, Bristol not far behind it. But quite a lot cooler weather in the north, and that's coming southwards now. Certainly it's not going to be as hot through the Midlands and East Anglia tomorrow, and right down in the south I think the temperature 2 or 3 degrees lower than it has been today. Now we've got a comfort index. That means we look at the temperature, we look at the humidity, and we keep an eye on the wind, and I think it'll be fairly comfortable walking about in central and northern Scotland, down the eastern side of England tomorrow. But as we come southwestward, so it'll become more uncomfortable and particularly oppressive down in south parts of Wales, down through Bristol, down into central southern parts of England. A dry night for most of us, with the cloud pushing in from the east coast down across to the Pennines, across the East Midlands into East Anglia, but always the chance of 1 or 2 thundery showers coming into the far southwest. Down tomorrow, I think in the southwest there'll still be some of those showers around, but I think it'll be right down in the far southwest. Most places down there staying dry, quite hot with a reasonable amount of sunshine to go with it as well. We've still got this cloud then along this eastern side tomorrow morning. That'll be clearing away. It'll break back to the east coast. I think there will be some bits and pieces of cloud coming along there from time to time, but some sunshine. Most of us, in fact, having a dry day with a reasonable amount of sunshine, but quite breezy down over southern parts of the country. And as I say, always the chance down in the far southwest of getting 1 or 2 of those thundery showers. Still quite hot around the Bristol area, 28 degrees, but not as hot as it has been recently, and certainly decidedly cooler down this northeastern coast. Over the next 2 or 3 days, we're going to find this weather front gradually easing its way northwards, bringing a threat of some thundery showers, I think, into these southern counties during Saturday, and more particularly across in Sunday. But once again through the weekend, I think most of us are going to stay dry. There will be some cloud down this eastern coast from time to time, but not as hot as it has been recently. That's it from me. Bye for now.
BBC Two is about to put one foot in the past, chewing over a row raging in the Derbyshire town of Bakewell over their celebrated tart, or more properly, pudding.
One witness to a murder.
Oh, she's the lucky one. She's out of it. I'm still here.
But she's running scared.
I'm not coming back. I can't.
In a race against time.
What have you been up to, Skins?
Nothing.
Oh, don't know.
There can be no winners.
They're gonna come back and I don't know what to do.
Resort to murder in half an hour.
Lean comedy on special offer now on BBC One with prime cuts from Smith & Jones.
Oi, oi. You want to stick a ticket on that? He's only been there 2 minutes.
Well, I wasn't actually.
Yeah, I mean, what is it with you people? Just sort of lurk around behind garden walls waiting to pounce. Is that the idea?
Actually, sir, I was just checking the registration. I wasn't handing out a ticket.
You jumped up, little Hitler. God, you make me sick. They put a uniform on and Lord God Almighty.
Right, that's it. I wasn't even giving you a ticket, but I will now.
Oh, yeah.
You people, you always get so abusive, don't you?
Yeah, oh, yeah,
well,
yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
There's your ticket.
Yeah.
Satisfied now?
Yeah, great. Yeah, you complete bastard.
That's not your car, Mel.
I just love doing that.
I can't help noticing you sort of, you sort of brought something on with you this evening.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's, I mean, it's just a copy, but...
Oh, is it? What, a copy of a cello?
It's a Japanese version of an American copy of a Spanish guitar.
Ah, played by an English pillock, I suppose.
Do you have to make mock of everything that I care about?
Well, I try my best, you know.
You know how important folk music is to me.
I'm sorry.
And you do continue to be just bloody cynical.
Sorry.
Perhaps I should explain, ladies and gentlemen. See, as far as I'm concerned, musical fashions that come and they go, but there's something eternal about folk music. I'll never forget the first time that I ever heard Ewan MacColl singing. It was quite extraordinary. It was in a small Highland inn, and just that pure voice. She walked along by the river shore. Her dress was all in tatters, and she played with the love of a ocean boy. He lay down deep in his grave. I heard that and I just remember it just made sort of hairs on the back of my neck tingle, and it was incredible. It was pure, strong, powerful.
Yeah, and I think it had the same effect on me when I heard Puff the Magic Dragon. For the magic dragon. Remember Nina and Frederick?
Yeah, well, Nina and Frederick weren't authentic folk.
They're quite well paid folk.
Anyway, can we sing an old traditional folk song?
Do we have an option?
No.
I see.
No. Now, I've chosen something that everyone can sort of join in with and sing along with, okay?
Everyone can sort of tap their watches to.
It's called Tailor Tom's Taffel.
Is it?
Yes. Good. And this is how the chorus goes, and I'd like you and everybody else to join in.
Me? You want me to sing along? All right.
The chorus. With a hay whack scally and a dally down dally, fiddle diddle doddle and dally all the day. Okay. I'll tell you the tale of the tailor boy. His needle was so fine.
Sorry. Hello. Sorry.
Leave that alone. Leave that alone. Just don't touch it.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I didn't quite get a handle on the chorus there. Could you run it just one more time for me?
What do you mean? With a hay whack scally, dally down dally, fiddle diddle doddle and dally all the day? That'll do. I'll tell you of the tailor boy. His needle was so fine. Not easy.
Hello.
Leave that.
Sorry. What are these, lightning conductors?
I just like them. I like them hanging out loose like that, okay? That's the way I like it. I'm sorry.
I like them too. I like them hanging out loose. No, fine, good. I just wonder if you could just... I just didn't quite get that. With a hoe, wax...
With a hay?
With a hay.
With a hay.
Right.
The chorus starts with a hay.
That's fine. With a hay. Well,
Yes.
It doesn't really matter, though, does it? With a hay, it doesn't really matter.
I think you'll find it does.
I think I'll find it does. You see? Well, that's just nonsense, isn't it? It's just meaningless. But I can't learn it. I can learn it. You see, at least Puff the Magic Dragon, that means something, you see. Puff, he sort of lived by the sea, like a lot of retired fire eaters do, you know, and that's sort of, you know, that's easy for me to learn, but this is just drivel, isn't it? The hay wham scally, fiddle down dally, diddle diddle doddle and a daddle all the day.
That'll do. I'll tell you the tale of a tailor boy.
With a hay wham scally and a diddle down dally, fiddle doddle and a diddle all the day. Hold on, just a minute. Don't hang on, just don't stop singing, please. Just a minute. Hold on, come here, hold on.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Right, sorry, yeah. What?
You have to wait for your in.
My in?
Yeah.
I do, yes.
For your cue, you know, for your break.
I see.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Right. Sorry, I was just so relaxed. Just sort of came out there with a hoe.
With a hay.
With a hay. Sorry.
With a hay.
With a hay.
Whap scally.
Whap a scally.
Dally down dally.
Dally downy dally.
Fiddle diddle doddle and dally all the day.
Diddle diddle doddle. And a dally all the day. Did it get you there? Did it? I can see it. Got you up there.
Just leave me. Jeez. Now, shall we try it again from the top?
Yes, of course, unless you want to go from the bottom.
No, I think we'll take it from the top.
No, okay, fine. I just thought we were nearer the bottom than the top. That's all.
Then we'll start the whole folk song from the beginning again, if that's all right.
That's a very good idea. Good.
I'll
Just
tell...
hang
Oh,
on.
what is it now?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I don't know where my in is, do I? I don't know where it is. I don't know where you want me to come in. I've never sung one of these folk songs before. I never have. It's very difficult for somebody just like that to start up with a hoe whack.
With a hay!
It's with a bloody hay! With a bloody hay! I went with a bloody hay. It just came out with a hoe. That's all. I'm sorry. You don't think hoe sounds a bit more appropriate? It's a bit more sort of, it gives a sort of more agricultural feeling to the whole thing, doesn't it? You know?
No.
With a hoe! With a hoe in the scallies and the whacks.
No, do you know why?
Right,
Because
right.
since the 17th century,
Right.
300 years,
Okay,
that
yeah.
song has been passed down by oral tradition.
That sounds rather unhygienic, but I'll go with
It means that one old folkie goes up to another old folkie and sings.
Yes.
With a hay. Not with a hoe.
No.
Not with a huh.
No.
Not with a he.
No.
Not with a ha. But with a hay. H-A-Y, hay.
Not with a who. With a hoe, with a hay it will be.
Right.
H-A-Y, hay.
Yes. Good. Good. And I shall make a very clear indication where you come in.
Am I in?
Yes.
Thank you. That's fine, that's great. With a hay.
Hey. I'll tell you the tale of a tailor boy. His needle was so fine. The point was sharp and the point was long till he dropped it on the line. Oh. Come in! Come in! Come in! Come in! With a hay wax all around my hat-teel, I've got a great big patio. Knick-knack, paddywhack, give it up, oh, with a high, oh, a silver lining. Hey, hey, jingle bells. Oh. Sickening, isn't it? Now, the thing is, I mean, obviously, we're not asking for money now. But the point is, if the rainforest isn't saved, then, well, the consequences for everybody, for the whole world, for mankind, are absolutely devastating.
Yeah.
I mean, in terms of the ozone layer, by the year 2025...
Go on, I'm terribly sorry, I just remembered something.
What's that?
I don't care.
Hello, I'm Nanette Newman. My career should have ended here in 1976, but because of new, longer-lasting fairy, it's gone on and on for all these extra years.
So, who's going?
Right.
Three words.
First word.
Driving.
Van. Driving.
Sick.
Being sick.
Beep.
Nasty.
Beep. 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 Beep.
First word is beep. Second word.
Second word.
Second word.
Sounds like.
Sounds like.
Car.
Sounds like horn. Sounds like beep. Sounds like beep.
Sleep.
Neep. Cleep.
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 peep, cleep.
Third word. Clown.
Feather.
Well, what about...
Loony, I'm a loony.
No. Chimney.
Chimney. Chimney. Chimney. Beep, cleep, chimney. Beep, cleep, chimney. Beep, cleep, chimney. Is this one of yours, Uncle Sidney?
Hi. Sorry, don't worry about this, mate. So I've just unpacked the new hi-fi.
Oh, right. Fantastic, yes. Yes. Where is it, then?
That's definitely behind here somewhere. Hang on. Ah, yes! Aha! Yes, yes.
Ah.
There we are now. What do you think of that? Tiny, isn't it? Well, it's the new sort of mini micro digital system.
Is it? Yeah, it's lovely, yeah.
Yeah, fantastic. What do you think?
Great. Can we listen to it, can we?
Well, now, it's funny, it's so small and so advanced that you actually can't switch it on with the human finger.
Oh, I see, right.
No, we have to use the remote for that.
Right, the remote. Where is the remote? Is the remote around?
Don't know, but it must be around here somewhere. Hang on.
What do you get? Do you get some albums for that or what?
Well, no, you see, actually, it's so small
Yeah.
that, in fact, you can't get ordinary CDs on it. You know what I mean? So they've created these special little sort of laser discs. They're about the size of a 20 pence or something. You get a whole double album on them.
Right, how fantastic. Have you got any of those then?
No, I stuck them in a parking meter by mistake.
I see.
Here we are. Here we are. Here's the old remote. Can you give us a bit of a hand? Now, the thing is... The thing is, we've got to be very careful about how we aim this, you know?
Yeah.
Because if you miss, we set off every microwave in the street.
Right, okay, right. All right, hang on, yeah, I've got it. Okay,
You ready? Because
point
it's
it,
quite
yeah.
some,
Okay,
you know...
let's get it a bit closer. There we go.
closer now.
All
Got it
right,
aimed?
okay, yeah, all right.
Yeah, great, eh?
Fantastic.
Ah, yeah.
What is that noise?
That's the old man upstairs knocking on the floor with his walking stick. Can't complain, really. We've been making a fair bit of noise ourselves, haven't we? Pressures! Nazi Boston!
Denial! Denial!
This is Nazi windbag! How do you think you are kidding, Mr.
Hey, come on, lads, give him a chance. You haven't heard him out.
What? This is nothing but a pure litany of fascism. This is pure Nazism, this is.
Well, yes, but I kind of like that.
What you wearing a uniform for then, eh? Some kind of bloody Nazi, are you?
I'm in the SS.
Well, that doesn't matter. You're still a bloody Nazi, aren't you?
Harry.
Who's this in, eh?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You look like him and all.
He probably spent a lot of time preparing this. Now you're just spoiling it for everybody.
Kill everyone!
Oh, Harry.
Invade!
Everybody's been very
You bastard! You bastard!
Oh, well, that's great. You really, really screwed that up, haven't you? We missed the band now.
And on the line, we have Peter Riddle in Baghdad. Peter, what's actually happening out there at the moment? Right, yeah. Mm-hmm. Really? Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Hmm? Yes, of course, yeah. Say hello to the kids for me, yeah? Ciao, bye.
Hello.
Mr. Thompson.
Yes?
No questions. Just listen very carefully.
Who is this? What do you want?
We have your son. I want 5,000 now, and another 5,000 by the end of the month.
else.
Now, wait a minute.
What's the matter? What's happened?
Timothy's school fees have gone up again.
Well, it's that time of the evening when we like to change the mood, so reach for your maracas and come with us as we go Latin.
A mo, a mess, a mat means I love you. Colere, tendere, patinere means I care. Barbarus infidum concortibus ingenio mobile telesium de populata agnum.
Means the treacherous barbarians, along with their cohorts of fickle disposition, have laid waste the fields of Telesium.
Hello?
Anybody there?
He's definitely in there.
Hello?
I saw something move. Flush her out.
Hello, love. Could we have a quick word, please? Yeah, Bernard Scott of the Tribune here, darling.
Jeffrey Swain, the Examiner.
Yeah, we just want to have a quick word. I just want to hear your side of the story.
Just a few seconds of your time.
No, come on. This is the situation, right? If you won't speak to us now, this is what you're going to read on Sunday with your cornflakes, okay?
Defrocked nun in sexy cocaine witchcraft slaughter ritual vice ring love triangle.
Any comment?
Look, we don't have to stay here, you know. There's a much better story breaking up the street. Terry Waite's been kidnapped again. The rules I'm pretending. Ooh! Could I come in just for a second, love? I've hurt my leg.
Oh, Jeffrey! Oh, Jeffrey, it's bleeding everywhere.
It's dropped off. My leg's dropped off.
Help him! Help him! The poor man!
Can I come in, love? Can I come in? Please. Yes, all right. You win. You name me a figure. Right. Here's your blood money. I'm making out a check for £5.
Oh, for heaven's sake. You've lost your key again, haven't you?
Hello, Poppet. Hello, sweet pig. You know Bernard, don't you?
Keep it here.
Oh, John White, played, lads. Nice game, Terry. Well done, lad.
Just a few bits and pieces, dummy. What you got?
Finger.
Little finger. There you go.
There with some skin on it.
Hair with a segment of scalp attached. Windsor?
Pound of tomato. Just over, all right?
Well, yeah.
Carrots, want it? Pound of carrots? Yeah. Just over, all right? Just over, all right?
Yes.
That'll be £1.20, mate. Here, hold on.
Just under, all right?
I don't know what to say. That is the best idea I have ever heard. I'm very excited. I am very, very excited. If we put even 1/1,000,000th of that idea into action, and I'm not joking here at all, we could turn this into the biggest company in the world. I'm not just talking about this world. I'm talking about every world. Yeah. You do your sums on that. What's your name again? Gleason. Right. I like you, Gleason. I like you a lot. You're very attractive, but that's not why I like you. Do you know why I like you, Gleason? Because you've got balls. Not many people have got balls like you have, Gleason. You've got big, hard balls, and I like that in a man. I've got balls like yours, Gleason. I've got a proposition for you. You ready? Bang our balls together, see if it sounds like money. I'm not pretending it's going to be easy, Gleason. You don't pull your weight, I will make you wish you had never been born. I'll hunt you down, Gleason. I'll stalk you. I'll rip your eyes out with my teeth. I'll bust those big bollocks of yours that you're so proud of. You can run, but you can't hide, Gleason. So, what's the answer? We're going to go together on this? Are we ready for this, Gleason?
Are we going to do this together, Gleason?
Well, Mr. Carter, can't promise anything until I've interviewed the other applicants. But I'll let you know by Tuesday or Wednesday at the latest. Nice meeting you.
Caesar, oh great Caesar! I have run full 50 miles across the baking plain, thorough the tempest raging blast, over the hillsides humpy back to bring you news! Great Caesar from Scipio, your general in the east! News, great Caesar, news!
Just stick it on the table, will you?
Sir Magnus.
You're not going to read it, then?
No, I'm a little busy at the moment.
Yes, yes. And the little one said, I'm not paying. Just bung it down and piss off, OK?
Caesar, excuse me, I'm sorry. It was many miles I ran. Many miles. It was a fair distance. It was a vasty plain out there to run over.
Yes, well, I'm vastly busy, chummy.
Oh, great and mighty captain of our nation's bark, my message is from Tartarsfield. I bring you news of young Augustus and battles foul and dire.
Speak, speak, I long to hear.
Now, hold on, just a minute, hold on. What do you mean, speak, speak, I long to hear? What do you mean? What do you mean? Heaven's sake, he's only come from round the corner, he's only got a sweat up at all.
Here, gentle tyrant, is the news you seek.
Oh, this is not fair! It's not fair!
Whoa! Whoa! Despair! Doom, 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 doom.
Bad news, is it?
Alas, my liege, the day is done, the game is lost, our armies all are fallen down.
Cursed be this news and double cursed the wretch who brings it into the bosom of my camp. What?
Now, what was it you wanted?
Me? Oh, nothing, no,
There was something for me, wasn't there?
No, I just popped in to clean the swords. Anybody want any swords cleaned? Yours a little bit bloody there. Can I just...
No, you had a message for me, I think. Perhaps I better look at it.
Yes, the message, yes. Yes, I did have a message, yes. I think I must have left it on the other side of the vasty plain.
Isn't that it there?
Yes, I think it is, yes. I'm glad you came.
I'm not. I've only got one line.
Oh, shut up. Oh, joy! Oh, rapture!
Oh, thank God.
My manly chest and heart can scarce contain the joy this message brings.
It's good news, then.
Aye, my brave legionnaire.
Phew.
But Rome must never know.
So you're going over to the old island then, sir?
Yes. That would be nice.
Nice. Yeah, the last man I took over there thought it'd be nice as well.
Did he?
Yes, he was very much like you, sir. Same height, round about the same age. Same way of parting his hair. Same city ways. Same shoe size. Same facial colouring. Same nose. Same trousers.
Same photograph of Noel Edmonds clutched in his hand. Same smile lines playing boyishly round the corners of his mouth. In fact, it was you, sir, wasn't it?
Yes, yes, it was.
Did you have a nice time?
Yes, thanks. That's why I'm going back.
Good.
I was just thinking, you know. Do you remember? Do you remember the old? When we was little, do you remember the old? That old corner shop on the corner.
Oh, well, Mrs. Wilberforce used to run it.
Wilberforce, yeah.
Dear. She was a funny woman.
Was she funny, eh?
Oh, dear. If I used to go in on my own, I was terrified, you know?
Yeah, cool,
Absolutely
blimey,
terrified.
yeah.
Do you remember she had that big mole on her chin? Right?
Yeah.
Great big tufts of hair coming out of
That's
it.
right, yeah. And she had the old hair up in her hair there, didn't it?
She used to wear those horrible big dresses with, floral pattern dresses.
right,
Yeah. When she was reaching up for the old blackjacks and the toffee nobbies, you know, you got this great eye full of beige Airtex and surgical support stockings.
Yeah.
I lost my virginity to her, you know.
No, I didn't know that.
Oh,
no.
yeah. She took me into the stockroom to search for orange jubblies and wham bam, thank you, ma'am.
Well, it would be no wham bam, no thank you, ma'am, in my case, wouldn't it?
Well, at least I'm pretty sure it was her anyway.
What do you mean? You're pretty sure it was?
Well, it was dark in that stockroom, and she had that little Pekingese. Do you remember? But whatever, it was quite an experience.
I expect it was. Yeah.
Quite an experience, my son. Yeah. I went in for a sherbet dip, and I came out a man. Yeah, quite something that was. Dear, oh dear, I'll never forget it, mate. I'll never forget it.
I don't think I'll forget it now, either.
It's amazing, that first step on the road to manhood. Oh dear. Do you remember when? Do you remember when you lost your virginity?
Of course I do. Yeah, I'll never forget it because at the time I was watching President Kennedy being assassinated on the telly.
It's an unusual one, Inspector. Cause of death: insertion of a large blunt instrument in the victim's rectum.
And what about time of death?
Oh, that's easy. 20 to 4.
Hope you've had your money's worth and been delirious with mirth. What they say, I guess it's true. Comedy's the hardest thing to do. As the evening sort of ends, time to say our Peter's ends. The show was patchy at its best, but let's not all get too depressed.
The management would be grateful if patrons would desist from abandoning scampi muskets in the car park.
And just remember, being unapologetic means never having to say you're sorry.
There'll be no funny bits after this bit. This is the end of it, no tiny tidbit. Stuck on just after it. This is the end.
Good night, Gobbler.
Have we got some old news for you?
Hello and welcome. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening.
Here's your chance to see some of the funniest Have I Got News For You episodes. Kicking off with the one where Roy Hattersley cancelled for the very first time.
Sadly, he had to pull out at the last minute, but at least it saves us the bother of putting windscreen wipers on the cameras.
Have I Got Old News For You? Wednesday at 10 on BBC Two.